Thank you. We are delighted to welcome to the microphone the Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of International Trade, and a man I've known for a very long time. He used to be the Attorney General for the province of Ontario, so he understands the importance of following the law. Please welcome Yasir Naqvi.
Thank you very much, Steve, for that kind introduction. Thank you for your contributions to political civil discourse in our country. It's extremely important. So thank you. And thank you, Zenon, for giving me an opportunity to say a few words on behalf of Government of Canada. There is no doubt that we will have some really important discussion at this gathering today between Government of Canada and Canadian businesses, along with our friends in the EU and UK, so that we can determine how we can help Ukrainians rebuild their country through trade and investment. I want to thank Zenon and his entire team at the Canada-Ukraine Chamber of Commerce, as well as all other conference sponsors for bringing us together. And those of you who have joined us from Ukraine, thank you and welcome. I want to take a moment to acknowledge, especially as we enter the winter months, the incredible perseverance, bravery, and strength you have shown over nearly 4 years in defending Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity in the face of Russia's invasion. Since the first recorded Ukrainian immigrants, 2 farmers from the west of Ukraine came to Canada around 1891. Ukrainian immigrants and their descendants have had a profound influence on our country. Today, at 1.3 million people, Canada has one of the world's largest Ukrainian diasporas. Clearly, Canada's ties with Ukraine run deep. And for that reason, I'm really thrilled that my colleague Chrystia Freeland, who is Canada's special representative for the Reconstruction of Ukraine, will be speaking to you later in the day as well. We share a long history and unique relationship based on common values and unbreakable connections. Canada was the first country in the West to recognize Ukraine's independence in 1991, and our support for Ukraine's sovereignty has only grown stronger. Canada stood by Ukraine during Russia's invasion and attempted annexation of Crimea, and we have continued to do so since day one of Russia's full-scale invasion and war of aggression. More than 3 years later, we remain committed to Ukraine's reforms, recovery, and long-term reconstruction. This is why our 2 countries worked together to sign the modernized Canada-Ukraine Free Trade Agreement, or CUFTA, the first trade agreement Ukraine signed since the onset of Russia's illegal war. This free trade agreement is an ambitious, comprehensive, and high-standard agreement with new chapters and expanded existing ones on services, digital trade, investment, telecommunications, labor, environment, and inclusive trade, among many others. What's more, it will underpin our commercial ties for years to come while supporting Ukraine's long-term economic recovery and trade interests. Future economic growth will ensure tangible benefits for all Ukrainians. With that in mind, let's look at some numbers. Last year, our bilateral merchandise trade reached more than $783 million, and it did so under clearly some very challenging circumstances. But there's room to grow and help rebuild Ukraine in the process. For example, when we look at our federal government's most recent budget, it outlines Government of Canada's intention for Export Development Canada to launch a $2 billion concessional trade finance envelope to encourage international partners to buy Canadian. This new financial tool will help Canadian exporters in key sectors such as infrastructure and clean technology to participate in the reconstruction of Ukraine's critical infrastructure. And just last month, the Canadian delegation of 24 companies and municipal, provincial, and federal government representatives participated in the Rebuild Ukraine Conference and Trade Show in Warsaw, where more than 100 business-to-business meetings were held. It is my view that Canadian businesses understand that the free trade agreement between Canada and Ukraine means more opportunities for their companies, more good jobs for Canadians, and strong support for Ukraine's future. In fact, Canadian companies are already actively supporting Ukraine's armed forces and forging local partnerships for joint production, maintenance, and technology transfer. These efforts are contributing to the strengthening Ukraine's defense industrial base and laying the foundation for long-term resilience and innovation. Canada is not just exporting, it is also investing in Ukraine, particularly in defense and energy resilience, helping Ukraine safeguard its sovereignty while modernizing critical infrastructure. These strategic partnerships underscore Canada's unwavering commitment to Ukraine's economic resilience and its integration into global supply chains, paving the way for sustained growth and long-term stability. I'll wrap up with this thought. Put simply, supporting each other like we have done is what friends, partners, and allies such as Ukraine and Canada are meant to do. So here's to standing by each other. Here's to recognizing the collective effort, the steadfast support and cooperation. And here's to paving the way together to a brighter, more secure future for Ukraine. I have the great honor of also reading some greetings that the Prime Minister have sent with your permission. He says that it is a great privilege to extend my warmest greetings to all attendees here at the 4th Annual Rebuild Ukraine Business Conference. Today, as we gather from across continents, we stand united in a shared purpose to support Ukraine in its journey to recover, regain, and rebuild from what has been stolen by Russia's ongoing war of aggression. Canada remains steadfast in its solidarity with Ukraine and standing up for democracy, justice, and human rights. We are committed not only to defending Ukraine's sovereignty, but also to securing a brighter future for Ukrainians. To all of you, government officials, business leaders, entrepreneurs, investors, civil society advocates, your contributions here are a powerful demonstration of hope, trust, and taking concrete action. Your ideas, expertise, and capital will continue to play a crucial role in restoring Ukraine's infrastructure, modernizing its economy, and helping communities to rebuild homes, schools, hospitals, and livelihoods. Let us continue to support Ukraine's strength and sovereignty and to help rebuild their future to meet the needs, hopes, and aspirations of its people. Please accept my best wishes for a productive and inspiring conference signed by the Right Honorable Mark Carney, Prime Minister of Canada. Once again, thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to speak here today, and I wish you a great conference as we work together to rebuild Ukraine. Slava Ukraini. Thank you.